the last set of the frequently asked questions in the PMP exam. Match the items on the left to the correct matches on the right. So those are the 5 stages of the Tuckman ladder, which you should expect at least 1 or 2 questions in the PMP exam about. There are high chances that disagreements might or may arise between team members in this phase. This is the storming stage of the Tuckman ladder. Team members begin to work together. They tend to collaborate with the team members. This is the norming stage. This is the stage when the team evolves into a well-organized, cohesive unit. This is the performing stage, which is the best stage in the Tuckman ladder. The project work is completed by the team and the team is released. This is the adjourning stage. Team members are just becoming together and learning about their roles. This is the forming stage of the Tuckman ladder. So these are the 5 stages of the Tuckman ladder for the team development. Question number 2, while managing your construction project and as part of the executing process group, you had to deal with a change request that was requested by the project sponsor. You evaluated the impact of this change on all the project constraints, and then you got this change approved by the change control board. What should you do next? Update the change log, implement the change request, ask the sponsor for the authorization, review the approved change with the project team. So options C and D are not relevant. After getting the change request approved, you cannot ask for the sponsor for authorization. There is no need to review an approved change with the project team. So the first step is implementing the change requests. As this change request was approved by the change control board, it needs to be implemented as part of the direct and managed project work, as approved change requests are inputs to the direct and managed project work. Change request management is the implementation of tools, systems, or processes to identify, document, and resolve project change requests. A change request management plan should include change request templates or change request forms to ensure consistency in the process. So again, change requests are very important for the PMP exam. Question number 3, you are the project manager for a project being managed using a hybrid approach. Currently, the project is in the execution phase. What should you do to ensure compliance of quality requirements during the execution phase? So, to ensure compliance of quality requirements throughout the project execution, survey the quality of deliverables on continuous basis, develop the quality policies and procedures, analyze the project quality requirements, or develop the quality management plan. Options B, C, and D are all done as part of the planning. Survey the quality of deliverables on continuous basis as part of the execution phase. So this is the only valid response. Question number 4, match the terms on the left to the correct matches on the right. The ratio of the earned value to the planned value. This is the schedule performance index used to visualize the progress of a project over time. You can use the S-curve. The difference between the amount you budget for a project and the actual amount you spent, this is the cost variance, represents the work that is actually completed. This is the earned value. Provides a baseline measurement of delivery value over time. This is the planned value. This terminology is related to the earned value analysis. Question number 5, a project has a total of 600 story points and each project sprint has a fixed duration of 3 weeks. So overall we have 600 story points in the project and the duration of each iteration or each sprint is 3 weeks. At the end of the 5th sprint, the team had successfully delivered 85 story points. The team was able to successfully address some improvement opportunities, and during the 6th sprint, the team was able to deliver an additional 23 story points. If the team maintains its current velocity, how many more weeks are required to complete the project? So we need first to determine the velocity, the current velocity of the team, determine how many sprints are more required to finish the remaining story points in the backlog, divide or multiply the number of sprints by the duration, which is 3 weeks, to find out that duration. So at the end of the 5th sprint, the team delivered 85 story points in total. The velocity at the end of the 5th sprint was 85 divided by 5, which is 17 story points per sprint on average. At the end of the 6th sprint, the team delivered a total of 108 story points in total, which is the 85 plus the new 23. So the current velocity of the team is 18 story points per sprint on average. So this is the current velocity of the team. Now, how many story points are remaining in the backlog? Since 492 story points are remaining, which is 600 minus 108, the ones completed, the current velocity is 18 story points or stories per sprint. The team would require additional 28 sprint to complete the project. 28, which is 492 divided by 18 stories per sprint. Each sprint has a fixed duration of 3 weeks, so 3 weeks by 28, you will need 84 weeks to finish the remaining work on the project, maintaining the current velocity. So expect at least one question about the team velocity in the exam. Question number 6, which appears frequently in the PMP exam. Based on the table shown below, what feature should have the highest priority? So if you want to prioritize the features in the product backlog, and you have these 4 features, the business value is given in unit and the development effort is given in days. The one with the highest priority is the one with the highest business value, considering the level of effort required to deliver this business value. So what you need to do is to divide the business value by the number of days, and the feature with the highest ratio is the one with the highest priority. So doing this simple math, for feature A, it's 8 divided by 2, it's 4, 6 divided by 3, it's 2, 12 divided by 6, it's 2, 10 divided by 4, it's 2.5. So feature A is the one with the highest ratio, and therefore it is the one with the highest priority. Backlog prioritization. Question number 7. You will be leading an agile project. The goal of the project is to optimize organizational workflows and reduce costs by at least 30%. Since everybody will be affected by this project, you need to consider a big number of project stakeholders. During the project, you would need some business decisions to be taken. Who makes business decisions on agile projects? So this is a wordy question. However, the real question is the last maybe 5 or 6 words. Who makes business decisions on agile projects? It's the product owner role. Product owner is a member of the agile team responsible for defining stories and prioritizing the team backlog to streamline the execution of program priorities while maintaining the conceptual and technical integrity of the features or components. For the team, product owners make decisions on behalf of business stakeholders on agile projects. Another question about the agile roles. Question number 8. Match the following characteristics of the development life cycles to their description. So we have 5 descriptions here with 5 development life cycles. Deliverables are completed at the end of each iteration and can be turned over to the customers in order to be used. This is the incremental delivery. This is the incremental development approach. Focuses on controlling scope, cost, and schedule. This is the characteristics of the predictive environment or the waterfall environment. A combination of multiple life cycle development approaches. This is the hybrid development approach. Work is repeated until it meets specifications. This is the agile development approach, and heavily use prototypes and mock-ups. This is the iterative development approach. So the development life cycles, we covered this at the early sections of the course, and we covered it again in the performance domains. Question number 9. As per the burn down graph shown below, the dotted burn down line is the plan. This is the plan and this is the actual. What should the team see at day 3? So at day 3, what should the team see? Risk of late delivery, ahead of plan, ideally as per the plan, or scope reduction. So at day 3, you are supposed to be like 26 or 27 story points remaining. However, you still have more than 32 story points. So there is a risk of late delivery. You are behind schedule. The graph shows an example of a burn down chart where the team planned to deliver 37 story points in this iteration. Story points rate the relative work, risk, and complexity of a requirement or a story. Many agile teams use story points to estimate the effort, and the dotted burn down line is the plan. The team can see by day 3 that there is a risk of late delivery as you are behind the plan. The last question, match the risks types on the left to the correct examples on the right. I took this screenshot from the project management body of knowledge. Whether conditions are considered as external risks. You can here look for whether conditions. Contractual terms and conditions are commercial risks. Project estimate and scope definition are technical risks. Resourcing and communication are management risks. For the PMP exam, you need to understand the different types of risks as per the risk breakdown structure, the screenshot shown in front of you. This section is very important. You need to understand the theory questions carefully. Thank you so much. I'll see you at the next section.